falling up. I don't care about you and him. I don't care about what has been. I only care about your soft skin, cause we're still sleeping in my head. I don't care about you and him. I don't care about what has been. I only care about your soft skin, cause we're still sleeping in my head.
Hey, hello, I'm JulieJo. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. I'm so glad that you're here. You can hit the like button if you like this video. You can hit the subscribe button if you want to subscribe to a channel where we talk about cults, multi-level marketing, scams, things of that nature, breaking down manipulation, breaking down what cults are, that stuff. And you can hit the bell button if you want to get notified when I post or when I go live. I usually try to go live 1, 2, 3 times a week, right around there. If you're not new here, welcome back. Today is another top fails. I think it's top fails 27, but honestly, I'm not sure. You'll see it in the title though. And today we're going to look at some new and some old people. Actually, maybe they're all like people you've seen before. But this first one, I want to shout out to MLM Boss Babe. The MLM Boss Babe is at the top. And I love looking at her story. She's great. Follow her on Instagram. She says she's back. Just to preface this is a live for a completely separate business she is doing now on top of paparazzi, because clearly paparazzi isn't paying the bills. If you know, you know. Like, you're about to see this person, and if you know, you know. She has been another top fails of mine. In this video, she's selling custom crocheted stuffed animals. That is the topic. Stuffed animals. But man, those old MLM habits die hard, don't they? Okay, let's listen.
Little nervous tonight. I'm a little nervous that I've put in all this time and effort and work and I'm doing all this and it's not going to pay off, and I don't enjoy that feeling at all. So let's all say together, it's paying off. It's paying off, right? Put that in the comments. Everything I do is paying off.
This person in particular likes to use guilt to get people to buy your products, but honestly, it doesn't seem like it works.
Everything I do is paying off. Everything I do is paying off. You say it, I say it, we say it. Say it, say it. Everything I do is paying off. I want to try something a little different. You guys are not following direction tonight. You're supposed to say everything I do pays off.
Not gonna lie, I thought I was rhetorical. Like, if I was watching this live, I wouldn't have said it, because no, I just want to watch. Now she's getting on to people for not saying it. I'm telling you, guilt is the name of her game.
Okay, you're supposed to say it. You're supposed to say everything I do pays off. Colby Barnett, how we doing, hun? How we doing? Colby knows the Facebook Live etiquette. You jump in and you say something. Way to go.
That's not etiquette. Like, you don't have to jump in and say something. With lives, I feel like there's not a specific etiquette. I mean, you don't have to speak. I'll have 250 people on a live with Aaron and I, and a lot of them won't comment, and that's fine. You don't have to. It's totally up to you. Who cares? But if you're on her live, apparently you better comment or she's going to make you feel bad. And it's so funny. The MLM Boss Babe, she's like, those old MLM, what'd she say exactly? She said, those old MLM habits die hard, don't they? And doesn't it feel like very MLM-y, like someone who is having a hard time, who's upset by their sales? Just so uncomfortable.
Way to go. Say what's up.
She says, everything I do is paying off. Everything I do is paying off. Say it. Write it in the comments. Follow my rules. The MLM Boss Babe is so funny. You should go follow them on Instagram. I love it. So we're going to move on now, but feel free to leave your commentary below. That person always blows my mind. Whenever I hear them talk, I'm like, calm down. Like, this is just not how you get people to buy products. I'm guessing that's why her paparazzi business isn't doing well, other than it's paparazzi. She's just mean. She's just mean. So here is one of our faves, Mr. Frazier Brooks. Isn't it interesting? People with the most closed minds tend to have the biggest open mouths. Those who aren't interested in what you're doing will make up excuses and reasons why they don't want to do it. Okay, isn't it interesting that people with the most closed minds tend to have the biggest mouths? You know what I think is super closed-minded? People who look at facts and go, that's not true. Only my side's true. My side's right. That's it. Facts? It's pretty closed-minded when you don't see facts as facts. Like, you're so closed off to it. You're like, facts are not real. Those facts are lies. It's like facts are literally meant to be true. Like they're things that are objective, not subjective. But people who are so close-minded are going to say MLMs are a great opportunity when all the facts say no, they're not. Imagine calling people who advocate because you won't say the whole truth close-minded. And then he says, those who aren't interested in what you're doing will make up excuses and reasons why they don't want to do it. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty hit the nail on the head right there. First off, make up excuses and reasons why they won't do it. Not necessarily made up. First off, if I don't want to do it, I don't have to. Let's read it again. Those who aren't interested in what you're doing will make up excuses and reasons why they don't want to do it. Excuses are valid. Reasons are valid. You don't have to make them up. That's so weird because like those who aren't interested in what you're doing will give you excuses and reasons why they don't want to do it. He says make up, but I'm going to say give because those are valid. A lot of times excuses and reasons are valid. And so it's so interesting. It's like, well, yeah, I'm trying to like catch his drift here. I don't know where the bad is in that other than makeup. And then of course the beginning, but anyway, it's funny how a lot of things that they say to try to reflect those who are like us, like me, who disagree with MLMs, actually flip back onto those in MLMs. It's so interesting to me. Okay, let's move on. This is one of my favorite things. So this person who's in Kangen water, I think, says, remember this. You only fail when you quit. The logic. Okay, just take a moment. Think it through. You only fail when you quit. So if I quit smoking, do I fail? If I quit something that's making me lose money, did I fail? If I quit a job that I didn't like, did I fail? If I quit something because something else was better for me, did I fail? No. This is how they get you to stand. They're like, you're a failure only if you quit. Only if you quit. So even if you're in the business and you're not making any money and you're losing money, doesn't mean you're a failure. But if you quit, you are. Now that is so manipulative. That is so bad. Oh, you're losing a bunch of money? That doesn't mean you're a failure. If you quit, you are a failure, though. Math isn't mathin'. Math isn't mathin' here. So also, I think it's Kangen that she's in, but I'm not sure. I want to formally apologize for showing you this video. It is so cringe that it hurts. It is in the Reddit Elamir Exposed. It has music, so I'm going to distort it a bit. Just buckle up and know that it really is probably one of the cringiest things you'll ever see, in my opinion. I won't make you watch it again, okay? I won't. But it's giving a little bit of baby barf, if you know what I'm saying. That's just one of those things that you go, oh, why did you make that video? That was a top fail. It's not one that I need to even comment on. It's just, I had to see it. So you have to see it too. Okay? All right, let's move on. Okay, you know this person if you've been on my channel at all. She's a top leader in Monat. Her name is Connie Sanchez, or Sanchez. I'm not really sure how she pronounces it, but I usually hear Sanchez. Anyway, this person has been in quite a few of my videos and is a huge faith manipulator. Guess what you're going to see in this video? Faith manipulation. Who would have thought? All right, buckle up. Let's watch.
I started this business when it was absolutely not an ideal time. I was 9 months pregnant with my first baby. I was renting a condo. My mom was living with us. We had $0 in our bank account, you guys. So there was nothing about it that was ideal.
Except the fact that she got in early in Monat. She got in early. So while she says nothing about it was ideal, actually her timing joining was very ideal for anyone who wants to make a bunch of money in MLMs, because we know that if you get in early, a lot of times you have a better chance of being more successful because it's not a saturated market. The products haven't really been like completely tested by a bunch of people. There haven't been opportunities for big lawsuits yet. Like, she's a Monat, so she's experienced that. Well, she probably acts like she hasn't, but obviously, like in one of my recent videos, we've gone over a big class action lawsuit. So she got in actually at a perfect time
for me to start a business. Plus, I was in another company already that I was failing at.
But if she was in that company and you were listening to a training of hers or anything, by the way, she was in there with Brittany Rose as well. They moved over here. I forgot the company though. I want to guess like Limelight, but I'm not sure. I don't think it was Limelight though, to be honest. I think it was Plexus. Honestly, I have no idea. I'm sure someone will tell me in the comments. They wouldn't have told you they were failing. They would have said they were doing amazing, even if they were failing. So it's interesting to hear them talk like this.
And I knew with every fiber in my body that this was the direction God was calling me in, and I had to go with that. And God is more concerned with your obedience than he is about the ideal situation or how this looks on paper or what somebody's going to say about you. He doesn't care about that.
So actually, Connie, shut your mouth. Shut it. Close it. Because God... Okay, let me preface this by saying I look at the Bible in many different ways. I have a master's degree in theology and ministry. A bunch of you have already heard me say that. I have a bachelor's in cross-cultural studies with a minor in Christian education, blah, 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 blah. So I don't just look at it like someone who's in a cult. I look at it historically. I look at it theologically. I mean, there's multiple ways that I look at the Bible. God, if you're talking about Jesus' Father God, or, you know, Jesus and Holy Spirit and God, whatever, they're logical. God is logical. If you're going by Christianity, God created science. The God that these people worship, like Connie, made logic, right? I mean, I no longer, you know, I'm not a Christian anymore, but I know a lot more about it than I want to. But they talk about God being all about truth. Well, guess what? If it doesn't look good on paper, facts are facts, and Jesus is about facts. Jesus is about truth. That's the whole fiber of his being. But apparently, she's not about truth. But she's going to use faith manipulation for you to think that she is. I hope this isn't confusing, but it makes sense in my head. They're using God as a way for you to feel like you might as well try because you never know if God's calling you to it or not. It's really disgusting, and I personally think she's a disgusting human being. Why? Because if you use faith to manipulate people, you're a 0 out of 10. I don't like it. I don't think it's okay. And I think that's a terrible thing for you to do. And I have a whole video over her doing like faith manipulation. It's really bad. Anyway, I kind of forgot what else I was going to say. So leave a commentary below. Let's keep going.
He will use some of the most inopportune times, some of the most crazy things, like starting a social media business in the beauty hair care world when you don't even do your hair and you're not even on social media. He will give you some of the craziest things, you guys, that will be the answer to so many of your prayers, but you will never know if you stay within the bubble.
Okay, it's so funny that she says if you stay within the bubble, because what I think is hilarious is how they all stay within a bubble. Their echo chamber. They all stay in it. They won't step out of it. And again, here she is using this idea that you won't know until you try. If you don't step out and take a chance, you'll never know. But God is a God of facts and logic. Why do you think it's there?
You don't ask the right questions, if you don't seek the right counsel, and if you're not willing to just look past that it might be the wrong time or whatever. Maybe it is the wrong time, but maybe it's not. And maybe he has the answer to your prayers. You're just not willing to see it because of what somebody else may think or what it looks like on paper.
She's literally telling you to not use logic or facts whatsoever, because maybe God is telling you to do it. Again, in Christianity, God is truly a God of truth. That includes logic and facts. Use logic to make decisions. I don't get what they don't get. I don't get what they don't get.
Forget about it. Go with where he's calling you to go. It's going to change your life. And even more importantly, hundreds and thousands behind you. You guys,
Barf? Barf? Anyone else feel a little gaggy? So that's a little bit of her faith manipulation. It really just gets worse from there. We have, I think, one last top fail. Let's take a look.
Hi. How about a new...
Okay, I gotta preface this because I forgot this was this person. Kim Marshall. Did you cringe when I said that name? Fair enough. This is by far one of the worst Huns I've ever heard, talked about, seen in my entire life. First off, she was in Unique, became a top leader, left selling these beads that she says make you lose weight, literally cures everything. And she's about to talk about that. And then went back to Unique. It's a whole ordeal. She also, in my opinion, allegedly lied about cancer scam, like child cancer scams. She's a grifter. And she's definitely, by far, maybe the worst Hun I've ever come across, and I've come across some pretty bad Huns. So let's listen about her magical beads.
new stone that helps you metabolize fat in the waist area.
Let's remember she just said it helps you metabolize fat in the waist area. These beads right here that you wear on your wrist help you metabolize fat in the waist area. What?
How pretty. He can even help with food stagnation, urinary tract infections.
How?
Food stagnation, urinary tract infections? Kim, stop. There's so much I want to say to her, but I can't do it on this video. I just got to keep it to myself. You know what? I'll call Aaron.
Its chemical composition and unique oscillating frequency.
Okay, I feel like we got to watch this whole thing without me interrupting.
Hi. How about a new stone that helps you metabolize fat in the waist area?
Look how pretty. He can even help with food stagnation, urinary tract infections. How? Its chemical composition and unique oscillating frequency.
She called the bracelet a he, by the way. It's rough out there. It's rough in those streets, I'm telling you. Thank you for watching. Go ahead and hit the like button. Leave your commentary below. What do you think was the worst one? What do you have to say to some of these? Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell button. Thanks for watching. I have a bunch of videos. I'll link some playlists up here that you can go to. Very bingeable. Just press play and go. And I love to hear your commentary. So again, feel free to leave it below. Thank you, and I hope you have the most amazing morning, afternoon, evening, and night, wherever you are in the world and whenever you're watching. I'll see you next time.
Show you what I'm all about. Make up for what we lost. Tonight is the night that we're gonna fall in love. I don't care about you and him. I don't care about what has been. I only care about yours.